Hey guys, Luna here. This is the first episode of the JustTRA SMP that we were invited to, and I'm super excited to share all of today's events with you. We had just launched into the server at this point and are kind of splitting off. So there was some teams that were starting to already fill out. I was kind of on the outside of things and got invited to join a couple different teams, and ended up picking one, not really thinking about the fact that that might not be ideal. So I ended up joining a team with Lex and Fire, but I had been invited to another team as well and kind of told them, oh, I'm gonna go join these guys, and accidentally made an enemy out of them. So that'll definitely kind of bite me in the butt in the future. But we headed off in a direction just like everybody else, and we're trying to kind of find basic resources. We're starting with pretty much nothing at this point. So we end up just going in and are trying to find where we are. I had some information about where other teams were, but I was trying to not make enemies right off the hop, although it looks like I already did by not joining other people's teams. So just trying to grab some basic resources. I right away knew, when we're in a kind of combat-y kind of setting, I want to get good armor. And with that, I want to be able to get villagers figured out really quickly. So that was kind of my game plan. Just heading kind of over to meet teams, I was like, oh, I got melons and pumpkins right off the hop. This will be really good. And that was kind of my mindset at this point. But we ended up, joining Lex and Fire's team, and they gave me the coordinates to where they're at, and I end up going and meeting up with them. And then we just go on resource gathering. So we went over, found this really nice cave that was huge, and ended up doing a little bit of mining. So I've created a little bit of a time lapse for you here, and I will join you once we have finished that time lapse. So at this point in the video, we're heading out of the cave. Lex had gone over to a nearby village and was raiding that when we had some company stop by and ended up being a little bit peeved with us. There was some accidental iron stealing. So at this point, we were just trying to survive. I was trying to get stuff as quick as I could out of all of the villages, grabbing the books, bookshelves, the lecterns, all of that kind of stuff, before Entity could grab them. So, because Entity was on the opposite team, the team that I had left, and it turns out that they had decided that we were the enemy team. So, ended up trying to get all that sorted. We did end up, stealing some iron off of an iron golem by accident. At least that was my assumption. And then ended up in a little bit of bloodshed. So Lex had ran away from Entity, and Entity had tried to kill her. And then I ran in, hero that I am, with 3 hearts and decided to come and help. But I should have maybe eaten something because I was 1 hit. And then I never set my spawn, so I had to do a long haul back to the area that we were at. So really this first day was all about resource gathering. We were hunting villages, we were trying to get stuff. Me and Lex had split up from Fire at this point, and Fire was mining, grabbing us diamonds, while we were trying to get an area to settle at, as well as getting as much stuff on the land that we could. So we were just kind of going around sleeping, setting spawns as we go, and moving along. And that was kind of the real first day, is it just was trying to find spots, trying to find somewhere that nobody was going to know where we were, and then trying to get resources so we didn't die. And then as we're coming to the close of this day, at this village, we were just kind of waiting around, trying to figure out our direction to go and things like that. I ended up having to leave a little bit earlier in the night than everybody else, so that kind of changed the course of my play a little bit, because my team had left off on their own and continued working. I didn't know where they disappeared to, so I ended up making the decision afterwards to kind of stay put, stay where I am, try to get myself set up, getting my diamonds, getting some villagers, and that. And then while I was online doing that, I got invited into a voice call by someone I will not name because I don't want them to get in trouble for telling me that there was the members of my other team that I had left, which was Beast Monkey and Entity, were both upset with me for not coming to their team. Also, if you notice, we found the world's largest end portal, or nether portal. I've never seen one that big, but anyways, so they had told me that they were trying to kill me, and they had figured out generally where I was living. They kind of ended up getting cords. I did end up giving them cords and then booking it because I didn't want to be found, and ended up switching teams onto just a different team that you'll see in a little bit here. We've called our team the Crack because we live in a crack in a mountain. And that's kind of the gist of it. But this first day definitely had teamed up with Lex and Fire and then kind of swapped teams. So I've made myself a couple enemies, I think. I'm not particularly the most popular on the server right now, but still at this point too, I'm like, I need to get villagers good. I need to get lots of things around that I can find. I did end up settling right beside this village as well, and I wasn't sure if I was still on the hit list or not. Like, I wasn't sure if I was going to be on a hit list the next day, so I just decided, you know what, somebody might know where I am, so it's better if I just find some teams and try to go off. But pretty quickly I realized that it's likely to be betrayed. There's no true allies, right? So I set up my area that I've bred a bunch of villagers, got some villager training. I ended up getting mending today. I don't have that on video though because I didn't record it, which is kind of silly, but yeah. So definitely kind of am trying to keep a separate base by myself where I can not get murdered, or at least have my stuff not murdered. Have a base that nobody knows about. So that's kind of my plan. This video here is just me doing some mining on the next day. I was just trying to get some stuff. And at this point, this is when I hopped off camera, and then of course I got the conversation where I found the girls trying to kill me. So this section here is just a very nice tour of the whole area of the world where I am running towards the new team that I've joined. So it's just very beautiful. I'm gonna let you sit on it and have a little bit of a time lapse again, just because it's nice, besides the fact that I never took my cords off, so I'm sorry. our base in the crack of the mountain. So I'm just gathering some resources, getting everything sorted. I was thinking it's a dripstone cave, so I was thinking of doing like spruce pillars and that kind of thing. I think it would look nice. So we kind of ended up switching off that a little bit and never actually finishing it, but at this point it doesn't really matter. We'll come back to it in a bit, probably later in the week to kind of finish everything off. But that's kind of what we were doing, just a nice relaxing tree chopping section of the video. And then now we're in the crack. So it's a really nice spot. We have an open spider spawner right in the area, which is super helpful. So I'm just lighting that up and writing it. And then we've got the dripstone cave that will kind of open up and make it a little bit more natural. I spent a lot of time just getting rid of all of the dripstone to stop accidentally murdering myself on the dripstone. Definitely happened once or twice. And then, yeah, just making this really pretty. I definitely can see it being kind of more of a, like, I'm almost picturing like a little doorbell area that we can put in, like, the pillars and have stuff and have more of the natural cave is kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know what my teammates are thinking because, you know, I'm a team. But, you know, if it's not the exactly what I pictured, like, it's nothing wrong because it's a team. So, yeah. And then, of course, too, there was a bunch of drama happening as we were in this video, like in this part of the video, and I didn't record any amount of audio at all. I had my audio muted the entire time. So just to kind of give you an idea, we had one of the enemies, Monkey, come to the base trying to kill us. They had found out where we were and we ended up killing them on top of the mountain. I was in the mountain just like doing my little thing, not paying attention, and realized that there was somebody above us, and then my other teammates went up and killed them. So we ended up doing that as well. And then I'll just talk a little bit about some of the mods we have on the server. So we do have the Infinity Stones mod on the server. So you'll see I just got a time stone, which helps me delay the fall damage if I shift. As well, we are at a shrine for a dog right now, and we're giving some offerings to the dog. It would have been really nice to have this audio because it was quite funny, but alas, it's not to be. So the last part of this video is just me trying to make this cave look as beautiful as possible, getting a lot of the kind of blocks away, making it a little bit more open. So I'll leave you for a time lapse for the end of the video, and then I'll be right back for the end. So I wish there was a little bit more to this video. It's a little bit shorter today just because I missed a lot of the audio, so I don't have any of the drama, which is really why you're playing an SMP. You want to talk and interact with everybody around you. But so the next video definitely will have more of it, and there's a lot more to come on the server, so please stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed, and like and subscribe to my channel if you did. Thanks so much.